Hi there. For today's ninja art tip, I want to just let you in on some of the secrets of earth, air, fire and water that I was talking about last time. So earth, air, fire and water are about some tips to art that can help you to remember some things that can really improve your paintings. So the first one is earth and air. So earth and air are, the thing to remember with that one is that earth is down below and earth is above. And the fire is about the fact that colours have temperature, and the water is all about transparency and opaque colours, which we'll look at later. So the first one, the earth and air, is about the weight of paintings and what's natural for us human beings to look at. And so it comes down to mostly when you're starting out with an abstract painting and then you want to add some realism to it. What you can do when you're playing around with an abstract background is to just put color and randomness and tones and fun things in the background of the painting, and then choose when you're what you're going to do with the painting before you put the realism on it. So you can rotate the painting around and keep adding some more abstract and then rotate it again. But when you come to put the realism on, you need to choose which orientation you're going to go for. So this is a really fun way of painting, to actually do the background first, so you don't have to even think about the background at the end of it. With a lot of beginners, it's a bit of an issue where you paint something really beautiful in the middle of the canvas and then you go, what on earth am I going to do with this background? I have no idea, and it's a real struggle. So to get over that, to avoid that happening, what you can do is just do a crazy pants coloured background of some sort and just have some fun with it, and then later on put some realism over the top, and then you don't even have to worry about the background. So it's a bit of a groovy trick. So the thing is, once you've put this mad abstract down, choosing how you orient the painting can make a real difference to the end result. And if you remember the earth and air thing, that earth is down below and air is above, then it's easy to work out a really nice orientation for the painting by remembering that as human beings, we're used to seeing darks down the bottom and light at the top. So if you keep just rotating your painting until you find the spot that's where the lightest tone, regardless of colour, just the lightest area is at the top of the painting, it will be a really natural kind of way to view a painting for the viewer, because we're used to seeing darker things down below and lighter things above. So this turtle painting that's behind me is one that I started off with some mad blues and turquoises in the background, and can you see that it's dark underneath? There's a bit of light reflecting on this corner, but it's actually just a bit of shimmer on the surface. So I've chosen the final orientation of the painting, of the abstract background, to be where the dark is down below and the light is above. So even though this is an underwater scene, it's still darker below and lighter above, because the air's up above and the sunlight's up above, and the sunlight comes in from the surface down into the water, and it ends up being darker down below. So then coming around here to have a look at let's have a look at some of these fun ones. The Birds of a Feather series. These start out as an abstract background as well. And then I rotate it around to find the area that's the darkest and put the darkest area at the bottom. And you can see that works really well. I mean, we could quite easily do it the other way around, but the effect would be, we would think that there's lots of air and sky underneath the bird's nest, and then maybe there's a storm or something up above. So it's quite ominous when we see dark above. As a viewer, our human feelings are that it's ominous and dangerous. So this is not really a rule to put dark below and light above. It's just a balancing thing. So if you want a nice relaxing painting that people feel comfortable with, then you make it restful and put the heavy weight down below and the air above. But if you want to jar people and make it edgy, then if you want to sort of tip them off balance when they're viewing your painting, then you break the rules on purpose. So you can see these other little birds of a feather ones that have got the dark down below, which is sort of a hint of trees down below and the sky above. So the top one's called We're Outta Here, and the bottom one is Cat Class. It's the only school class where everybody pays attention. So I'll show you an example, because in our Saturday Paint Away classes, the workshops that we have, so these are some painting starters. I call them painting starters. They're A3 size sheets, and we have a lot of fun just playing around with colour and pattern and stenciling, stamping, frottage, all sorts of different fun things on these surfaces. So it's really fun to have a whole set of these in your kit ready to go, so that you can do a drawing or a painting on top of them. It's a fantastic way to get the painting started. So I call them painting starters. So let's have a look at this one. So can you see where the darkest areas of this one are? I think the darkest areas are down here, but you might also want to have, see if I put it up the other way, it's a bit more sort of jarring as to view. If you imagine there's some sort of scene on here, having the dark above is kind of ominous. But you might want to have it as a landscape orientation too. And so this one, if you'll do it this way, you know, having the dark above is a different sort of feeling, regardless of the subject matter that you end up putting in it. And this one is a more restful feeling. So it's the earth is below and the air is above. So you might choose that one if you want a restful painting, or a different orientation if you want a jarring painting to keep people on their toes. So with this one here, there's a few orientations you could choose, but I think the largest massive light is over here. So then if I put it up this way, it's very interesting and jarring, but here is probably a more restful composition. These ones are quite subtle because it's not really strong where the pale and the dark is. But that's the whole idea of earth, air, fire and water, of the earth and air part of it. So that's the part where we think of earth is down below and air is above. So when you're choosing your orientation of your abstract painting, you can rotate it so that we have dark down below and light above. So remember, the drum is go to the dojo and find more art tips there. And if you can like, share and comment on this video, I'd really appreciate it, because then other people can see it. Thanks for watching.